will introduce you to the powerful word processing software, Microsoft Word, and show you why it's such an important skill for you to learn. You'll see how Microsoft Word skills and the powerful tools it offers are applied and used in a variety of settings. You'll also meet working professionals and students who will demonstrate how they use Microsoft Word in their everyday career, school, and social lives. In the end, you'll be convinced that Microsoft Word truly is a skill for life.
After doing a bit of research, we learned that he was best known for his tales of mystery and the macabre. When you hear that, what comes to mind? And Poe is considered the inventor of the detective fiction genre. Ooh, very cloak and daggerish. He is also credited with contributing to the emerging genre of science fiction. And for a guy from the 1800s, that's a big deal. So now that we have this background knowledge of Edgar Allan Poe, what images are you conjuring up? And how can we translate those images to this document? First, let's look at the font. Maybe something like this is a bit more fitting. And let's increase the size just a little. Great start. Oh, I like it already. Okay, let's bump up the moodiness. If I take an image of old parchment paper and use it as a background, set the image to be centered, and behind the text, oh, and I want to emphasize the title too, and voila! Now we're talking. And it was really very simple. So, which would you rather read?
Out into the world to see how and where desktop publishing is in demand every day by students and professionals alike. We'll look at how desktop publishing will provide you with
a variety of shapes and sizes. Basically, anything you see in a printed design format can be considered a desktop published document. Let's look at some examples. A magazine advertisement, a billboard, business card, a poster in a movie theater, a brochure, or even a cereal box. All of these documents mentioned had to be designed by a professional graphic designer or a person who possesses desktop publishing skills. In today's ever-competitive job market, employers are expecting employees to have more and more skills coming in the door. So, possessing desktop publishing skills will really put you in an advantage in obtaining or advancing within a job. Software. This is your page, which can be as small as a postage stamp or as large as a billboard. Setting up these size preferences is called page setup. Think of your page as your canvas on screen. Whatever goes on it will be printed. The arrangement of your design elements within the page parameters is called page layout. Outside of the page is your workspace area where you can keep elements that you might not need on the page, but can be dragged into the page later. There is also a ruler along the top and left edges of your workspace for size reference. And from these rulers, you can click and pull out page guides to help you organize your design elements. Now let's look into your large variety of desktop publishing tools. This is your text tool. Once you select your placement and type in your text, you have many options for formatting the text using the character palette or the type menu. Once you format... And it's important to note that you will be going into much more detail in your class to learn how to create a database from scratch. But we're going to use a free access template, a file already prepared that Microsoft provides, so that we can quickly show you the process of how an Access database works. First, download the Access Music Collection Database template from the Microsoft Access Template Gallery. Make a copy of the downloaded database template by clicking it in Windows Explorer, pressing Ctrl-C, then pressing Ctrl-V. Rename the duplicated database a My Music Database or another title that describes your music interests. Next, open Access, then click the Microsoft Office button at the top left of the introductory access screen. iTunes. iTunes is a very sophisticated database that enables you to search for your favorite music by album, author, artist, or genre. This database streamlines the search process, allowing you to quickly find the songs you want to download and enjoy listening to. But databases need to have certain elements within them to be useful. A typical database is organized by field.
video will introduce you to the powerful spreadsheet software Microsoft Excel and show you why it's such an important skill for you to learn. You'll see how Microsoft Excel skills and the powerful tools it offers are applied and used in a variety of settings. You'll also meet working professionals and students who will demonstrate how they use Microsoft Excel in their everyday career, school, and social lives. In the end, you'll be convinced that Microsoft Excel truly is a skill for this powerful spreadsheet program, as well as some key components that make Microsoft Excel such an invaluable tool for school, home, and business. Take you out into the world to see how and where Microsoft Excel is used every day by students and professionals alike. We'll look at how this program will help you succeed today, tomorrow, and in the future.
Basically an empty document with many different tools. It's divided into columns, rows, and cells. Each cell can contain text, values, formulas, or even a combination of all three. These cells are laid out in a grid pattern on different sheets. By clicking on a cell, you can type numbers or text into the cell and then easily change, edit, or enter a math formula into it. After you type in the information, you can then organize, format, sort, or filter it to show you the most relevant or important information to your task. The active cell is also known as the current cell, or the cell that is in focus. When an action takes place in the spreadsheet, such as data entry, formatting, or deleting data, it is the active cell that is affected. Cells also have addresses. The cell address identifies the location of the cell in the spreadsheet. The cell address is a combination of column letter and row number of a cell. For example, when identifying a cell by its address, the column letter is always listed first, followed by the row number. One of the many really great features in Excel is that this powerful software actually recognizes when you are, let's say, keying in the list of months in a column. Excel is so smart that once you type the first month, say January, you can simply use the autofill option and drag the remaining 11 months down to the adjacent.